Hi everyone, welcome back to the Past Our Bedtime Podcast. I'm your host Sienna.
I'm Bertha.
I'm Manayi.
And I'm Lainey.
Sorry.
I'm not laughing. I'm not.
And today is going to be a little bit more of a serious topic. This episode is going to be all about finding your people, and we're going to kind of go through some experiences we've had and just kind of, I don't know. We'll find out. So I guess the first thing that we kind of want to talk about is our experiences with like losing friends and like gaining friends, and like especially in the perspective of high school, being that, you know, it is like really hard to kind of find your place and find your friends. So does anyone want to start with a story of losing or gaining friends? How that kind of changed you as a person?
No, she wasn't ready.
Guys,
Who's gonna tell them?
So with my experience, this was like recent, like January, like first month of 2025. And I lost like my friends that I was like friends with since like freshman year. And obviously that was like when I was literally making the decision to like drop them as friends. It wasn't just like a like I don't know how to explain it. So it started in like November was when I was like started like being treated and like badly, and then I noticed it. And so I remember like crying so much because of it. And by the time January got there, I had like started becoming closer with you guys, and then also like with like Alana, like I talked to her about it because she had experienced that. And I was like, I shouldn't be like crying over my friends. Like, why am I like?
If they're making you cry, they're not for you.
Yeah, like why is this happening? So I literally remember being so scared to drop them because they were in all my classes, like, and I didn't want to have to like be in my classes alone. But I remember like thinking like, okay, in this class I'll just sit here and like do this and like I don't know. But I was scared obviously. But once like I got like the week.
Sorry. Yeah. I don't know if anyone heard that. We were not laughing at Lainey, by the way. If you caught it, let us know. But we were not laughing at Lainey.
Anyways, but like after like the first week of me like not being friends with them, I realized like it was like so much better. Like I was happier and like I don't know. It was just like different. And losing those friends and then gaining so much more like better friends, it like really like it was like worth it to lose those friends, especially like the other things that I went through this year. Like they wouldn't have helped me like you guys helped me, and so like that's like
It happened again.
But like yeah, it was worth it to lose a couple of bad friends and then just like being able to gain my good group of friends.
I think that's hard. Like sometimes, like especially like as a teenager, it's hard to be like, oh, I don't want to lose these people. Like they've been with me for so long, you know, and you don't realize like this isn't fair. Like this isn't right, you know, until you like move on and you lose those people and you realize like, wow, like I have so much of a better life like ahead of me, like just like because I'm not like friends with you, you know, and you don't have to have like beef with them about it or anything, but it's just like eye-opening, like oh wow, like what my life could have been if I stayed with these people who weren't making me happy, you know.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yes, do you have a story, honey?
Yeah, I do.
She's sitting up for this one.
So basically, well, it's kind of like mine and Bertha's story.
They get to share the story together.
Twins.
No, not twins.
We cousins. We cousins.
Well,
Okay, share your story. He's
Well, you guys can do it together.
yeah.
well,
Start with the timeline.
Bertha, like, you broke off first. So do you want to go first?
I guess like I feel like sometimes, especially, I was really shy as a kid. I kind of still am, but like as a kid, especially in elementary school, like I wouldn't talk. Like that's literally what every teacher would say. They'd be like, "She's a really good student, but she doesn't talk." And so like when you find a group of people who like you can feel comfortable with, you kind of latch onto them, and you kind of like you start to make this idea in your head that like they're the only people who are for you, like they're the only people who you could talk to, which like isn't true, but especially like if you can't really feel comfortable talking to other people, you're gonna stay with the group of people who you think are best for you. And so like, but as I guess as I got older, I kind of realized more of the behavior that like wasn't normal to have in a friendship. Like it wasn't normal to always feel left out and always feel excluded because like on the premise that you just wouldn't understand it. And it was like things were being held against me that like wasn't really my fault, but it was making me miss out on like a certain bond, I guess, with friends. And like as I got older, I realized that wasn't normal, and like you shouldn't feel like you can't have a place with your friends. And so like I guess the way that I decided to break off the friendship, I do not condone. And as I've gotten older, like as I've reflected on it, I realized that like what I did was wrong. I should have been mature, but instead I decided to be childish about it. And I decided to just kind of start treating people how like I felt treated for so long, which wasn't okay. Just because someone does something to you doesn't mean you should do it back to them, and they might not even realize they're doing it to you. So
Stay kind.
It's not really gonna help anything. It's just gonna make everything kind of blow up. And so like I started being really mean in the way that like I wouldn't like talk to people, and I like just kind of isolated myself because I decided that like me being alone was better than me being with them, but I didn't want to tell them that, so I would just lash out against them wrongfully. And then it finally got to a point where like she was tired of it, so she was like, "What's wrong?" Like not what's wrong, but she was like, "What's wrong with you? Like why are you being so rude?" And so then she broke it off, which I might have felt was unfair at the time, but reflecting on it, I now know that like I can take accountability for my actions, and I was wrong in what I did, and I deserved to be dropped because I wasn't a good person for that time. And also like just because you start to resent someone, if you start to resent someone, you should tell them and you should communicate with that, because otherwise the resentment won't go away because you ignore it. It's just going to grow deeper and deeper. And like whether you resent them because like as you grow older, especially in high school, I guess, you kind of start to develop different definitions of words than the people around you. So like if I'm saying that I'm gossiping with someone, I don't mean I'm having like a deep conversation with them about like family troubles, but some people might still use the same word, so you might think they're trying to talk to you about something that you don't want to participate in, but actually they were reaching out to you because they were going through something. So like you start to kind of resent them, and you should tell them immediately. But I think losing her, even though it was hard and it like I cried about it a lot, it also helped me open myself up to other people that I may not have decided to be friends with before because I felt like there was no place for them in my life. But then like once I didn't have people anymore, it was like I could talk to others and feel open rather than feeling like confined in like a small group of people, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Wow. That was like deep. Wow, thank you for sharing actually. Yeah.
I don't know how to go off that.
okay. You can try. This is a safe space.
Well, like. What if I just start crying?
That's okay.
Well, basically, like, I thought, like, at that time, like, we were like sisters. Like I could count on her and she could count on me. And, like, we both knew, like, deep, dark secrets of each other. And I felt like that's, like, what everybody, like, every teenage girl wants. Like, they want someone to, like, lean on. And, like, when they have, like, boy trouble, they're there. When they have family trouble, they're there. And then, like,
Guys, this chair's really rickety. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
and then they're like, and so, like, mine started with, a family member. He was very, like, unloyal to his, like, girlfriend at the time. And, like, in my head, like, your relationship is none of my business, so if they're gonna do something, they're gonna do it. Like, you can't stop it. And I didn't know it was happening until afterwards. And, like, she blamed me for, like, her, like, what my family member did. And it was so, like, annoying to see that she thought that I would let that happen, like, way before it happened. And at that time, like, if she's gonna believe it, she's gonna believe it. And so I just kind of, like, thought it was funny at that point, because I can't, like, make you unbelieve, like, your thought process. And so it was, like, a whole big thing, and, like, I still cared for her, because even after it happened, like, she looked, like, mad and, like, annoyed, and I still remember, like, that face after it happened, and it just, like, broke me.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Don't say sorry.
Well, 'cause I thought she was my sister at that time. But after that, like, she just, like, pushed me aside, and I was like, I'm not about to have, like, a toxic friendship where you want to believe me at one point and then, like, switch up just because you choose your relationship over ours. And, like, boys will come and go, like, but, like, I felt like that friendship, like, was gonna stay forever. But after, like, that all happened, I started getting closer to Bertha. And 'cause, like, that's all I knew. Like, I was just, like, in a, like, tight circle. And, like, I felt like the closest thing that I would get would, like, be, like, Bertha, because, like, I was friends with her. Yes, we did, like, like, we weren't as close as we are now. And I learned, like, a lot, like, what I want in a friendship, what I, like, believe, like, a friendship is. I feel like communication, like, loyalty, all of that, like, you need it just to, like, have that, like, definition of, like, having a sister or having a best friend just by your side. And, like, then, like, Bertha, like, started, like, opening up, like, not only to me, but to other girls, and I felt like, if she can do that, like, I can do that. And then, like, she started opening up, and then, like, her friends, like, I started, like, getting close with them, and then, like, sooner or later, like, they became our friends, and it's just not just her friends. And then, like, now we have, like, this amazing group, and I don't know, I'm just happy I'm here. Like,
Yeah.
It feels so good to, like, be able to, I mean, not that comparing is good, but, like, it feels good to compare who you used to be friends with to like friends now, because then you realize like how much better and how losing those friends was good for you, because now you get to be in like you said, a better group.
Yeah.
And I don't think it has to be like a hateful thing towards each other. Like
No.
at the time, I did hate like what was happening, but like people grow apart and that's fine. Like it's okay to grow up and realize that like what used to be important to you isn't as important as it is now, and you shouldn't have to hate each other for that to happen. But
You're growing. You're growing up, and you're growing yourself. And I think that it's important to keep in mind, like when you have friendships, like not everything is gonna work out.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes you just grow different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going down a different path.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we kind of touched on this, like while everyone was sharing, but like toxic relationships or like toxic friends, like how would you suggest that you, like, if someone else had like a toxic friend group or something that wasn't going well, like how would you now, like looking back at it and all your decisions that you made in the past, like how would you deal with what like if you had to go through another toxic friendship, how would you deal with it now, knowing what you know?
Like have a conversation. It's just simple. It's just talk to each other. Like let me know what you're thinking, and I'll let you know what I'm thinking, how I feel. I feel like that's like a key factor.
talking it out is so important, because I feel like a lot of the time people get scared to bring up issues with their friends because they think that their friends are gonna like drop them because of it. But the alternative is still dropping the friend. Like you talk to them and you guys can figure it out and you can grow in your relationship, or you don't talk to them and nothing changes and you're just gonna hate them, or you do talk to them, you don't figure it out and you're not friends. But like either way, those two outcomes that come from communicating with each other is better than holding resentment for each other, or like one-sided resentment until eventually it explodes in like everyone's face or whatever.
I'd say like it's more important, like agreeing with Bertha, like it's more important to just get it out of the way, and the worst case is, you know, you lose that friendship for talking it out. But the even more worst case is like, again, like you just resent each other for it and you don't talk it out, and then it's like when things end up ending, which they will if you don't talk it out, like now you just hate each other and now it's like awkward.
Yeah.
Instead of like being able to be that mature person and that adult in the conversation. And yeah. Leslie?
When I was like going through my friendship, like I didn't know that it was like a toxic friendship until I was out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, well, obviously like now I realize like things that they like put against me. Like if I were to have like a toxic friendship again, I would, like, I don't know how to explain it, because like the situation I was in was so like specific to just like how they thought and me, and like something that I couldn't help about myself, and like I like don't know how to give advice on that. 'Cause
So
it's,
do you think you would see those signs a little earlier if you like had a toxic friendship
like,
again?
I compare it to like now, like being friends with people who, like, Ani and Bertha are sensitive to like certain things when like I guess talking about like I guess race. Like they don't think the same as the other people that like I was friends with, and or just like even with like Yaxel, like she doesn't, like they just think so differently. And now like that I've been through like this kind of thing where like they thought I was like racist every time I said something about another race. Not that I was like saying anything like bad, but like anything about like if I said something about another race, like they would think it was racist. And so I do notice how different it is when like you guys versus them. And like I guess my advice is just pay attention. Like
Smart.
I don't know,
I
like
think
take away from what you did learn and put it to your new
Yeah.
I feel like if you explain like what you like, you weren't saying like rude comments that were like racist or something. It was you like understood that you were ignorant about certain things, and when you tried to ask about it, it was used against you, and it was like, oh, like you're just asking that because you're racist. You're just asking that because like you're white. But I feel like we give you a different outlet where we're not like making fun of you for not understanding something. We're like explaining it to you so you can understand it instead of holding it over your head like you're a bad person because you asked something.
That was the thing that they would do. That's like
Yeah.
I literally, even with like, I don't have to put this out, but like when it was like it was me. They had said racist because I was asking. I had asked something. Oh yeah, I was asking what a cartel was because we were in Spanish and we were talking about it, and I was like, oh, like what is a cartel? And she was explaining how like Mexico is basically full of them, and I was like, okay, like it's like a gang. And then they would always talk about like the Trump thing and then like the deportation, and so I would like ask questions about it, or like I asked the difference between like what papers and like a green card meant, like what was the difference and like why they weren't like the same thing. And then when we like were talking about like when we were going through it, when we like ended it, they were like, you talking about like that's like racist or like just like all of that stuff. And I couldn't defend myself because like I can't change that I'm white and that they think that I'm racist because I'm asking.
Like Bonnie said, like you can't change someone else's thought process.
change it.
You can't change someone. They're gonna be how they're gonna be.
Yeah. And some are like open-minded, some are closed-minded, some are uneducated.
Yeah.
You can't really help it.
I think I would say like if I was put in a situation where I like had another toxic like friend or something, like I feel like, you know, communication is important and stuff, but also like not like being okay with letting go of them, I think is a big thing. Because it's like learning that you need to have the mindset that people are growing and changing, and it's okay that not everyone likes you. You know, not everyone has to be your friend, especially if they're toxic, you know? And that's really hard because it's like, especially in high school, like you see these people that you had a toxic relationship with, and you're like, what do I do? You know, because you see them everywhere, and like, you know, you used to be like friends with them, and it's like, well, what do I do? Because like, I don't want to not talk to you, but I don't want to talk to you, you know, like I want to be nice, but I don't want to like feel like I'm really opening up to you and you're my best friend again, you know, like that's not fair for either of us because I know how it's going to end. So I think just like learning that like it's okay to stay mature and not be as close to them and, you know, still be respectful, but like learning that it's okay to like let go. And I think that makes decisions a whole lot easier when you realize that you are growing and like you're allowed to not have the same friends you had freshman year, or you're allowed to, you know, not talk to these friends as much, not because you resent them, but just because, you know, you're growing and you want to hang out with different people who make you grow as a person, you know, like not just leave you feeling like questioning your life, you know. So yeah, I guess that'd be my
I think
advice.
like having the strength to like be able to separate yourself from like those like it's always when I'm talking.
They don't like you.
Yeah, being able to separate yourself is something that you also like learn as you go, because and even like now, like I know some people who haven't been able to do that.
And it's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard. It's hard to separate
especially
yourself.
like people that you've like dealt with, like in some people's situations, like your whole life, like you've had to grow up
Yeah.
with them, or like do
You
sports.
know them for years.
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
sports, you do
can't
clubs with them. You do.
separate yourself.
Yeah.
Even though like you want to, and you could always hang out with like more or other people, but like
We're always gonna
they're
be there.
the people that know you, and like it feels weird having to separate yourself from them.
It's scary knowing that they know everything about you.
Yes.
And you can't change that because you already told them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like
Well, they gave you that safe space. With your
exactly,
friendship.
and then they took it away. You know, and I think that is really hard to like come to terms with. Is like, oh wow, like you just casually know everything about me, and who knows what you're saying. You know,
Yeah.
like yeah. Why should you break out in song? What the heck? And so like yeah, that's like hard. Oh my, does anyone hear this? Because I hear it. I've been here. We're trying to have a serious conversation, and all I hear is I go, oh my.
Can't forget the chickens.
Oh yeah, well, I hope you like our answers.
Anyways, okay, so kind of like we've talked about like how to deal with these toxic friends and like you're joking. I hope everyone can hear that, okay? Because it's quite loud. So if you can't hear it and you don't know what we're talking about, well,
We're crazy.
then you need like hearing aids. I don't know. There's no way you can't hear it. Is what I'm trying to say. But anyways, we've kind of talked about like how to deal with like toxic friends and like our stories of like our relationships with like friends. So I guess now is like a piece to everyone in middle school and in high school, every grade.
Yeah.
And even like when you're out of high school too, is like you don't need a clique to fit in. You don't need to be a part of the clique.
Yeah.
You know? And I guess like does anyone kind of want to elaborate on like why or
I remember watching
she wants to elaborate.
movies movies about high school and like being in middle school, and I would like watch the movies in high school. I genuinely thought that there was gonna be like the like stereotypical cliques of like the jocks, the cheerleaders, the popular girls,
Yes.
the losers that sit by the trash cans. Like that's
But it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's so different.
Yes.
Like, and you have like obviously every school you go to, I'm sure you can find like I'm sure you can pick out, oh, these are the kids who know the most or like they're the most popular by beauty and friendship standard, And you can pick out, like, oh, these people like are the nerds or whatever, or these people like are the jocks and like, so I'm sure you can like pick it out, but it's not like
It's not like
as
one of
prevalent.
They don't walk
like,
around in their
real
uniforms.
life. Yeah, like guys, calm down. Like, it's not Friday night every night. Okay, like I'm just saying.
There's not a game every day.
And so like, I don't know, and I think that's a big thing no matter like what school you go to, and like, especially finding like while you're trying to find yourself, is like reminding yourself that like you don't have to sit with the popular kids, or you don't have to. You don't have to be with this specific friend group because you've grown up with them, or because you think that they're pretty, or you think
Because
that
their parents all know each other.
you don't need any of that. You're allowed to make your own friends, and like it's your life. Like who cares if they care?
Yeah.
Like they shouldn't care about you. Like it's not their life. Like yeah.
And you can.
That was my 2 cents.
No, you're okay.
You can like pick and choose like your friends, even if they're from different cliques. Like
Yes.
that's how you make like your own little group. Like
Yeah, exactly.
you could have a jock, cheerleader, and a popular girl. But like
And you could have a kid who sits at a trash can. I don't know. Like, just pick one of them. I don't know. That's what she told me. Like, I actually have a picture of myself sitting at a trash can. We'll insert that in there. just wait. It's really good.
But yeah, you can have many different people in your friend group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's at least in my perspective, I do know a lot of people from like a bunch of different groups, and I think that's what makes my like time in high school fun. You know, because like obviously like I have a set group, you know, we are all like, this is my set group, you know, for me, but I also know like I could go to school and I could talk to, you know, these kids and this group and this group and this group, and you know, it wouldn't feel the same as like if I was talking to you guys, because I'm much more comfortable with you, but I'd still, you know, I still know how to, you know, hold my own and like be respectful and be, you know, friends with them, even though we're not close exactly. And like I think knowing a lot of people from a lot of different groups really helped out my high school experience, because now like I'm so much more open-minded about everything that I learn and that I see, and I'm so much more willing to talk to other people, you know, like I want to put myself out there so that I can know like more people, you know. And so I think like that to me I think is really like special, because I don't know, I just like I like knowing people, and I think it makes life a little bit more fun when you just know everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonny.
I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't let like a small group control if you want to be like involved in like school activities with other groups, or be friends with like the trash can.
Oh my god, we are gonna get flamed for this. We are literally going to get flamed.
Guys, put in the comments who you think the trash can nerd.
Don't do that. Do not do that.
Hi, I'm Nellie, and today we're going to learn a new word. It's called no.
Oh my god. Guys, comment down below which one of us will be sitting in the trash can. Well, insert my photo. Okay, it was for a joke. Okay, I don't actually sit in a trash can.
Continue.
I don't know, like it like you shouldn't be forced or like controlled to like have your own clique, or I don't know. I was trying to go with that.
Oh yeah.
Like, I guess like kind of what like both of you were saying, like you can be more like, you don't have to just have like a friend group. Like you can be friends with other people, even though they're not like your group. Like you can still have those people, and you shouldn't let just like your small group, like you shouldn't narrow your like your
Loading. Buffering.
you shouldn't narrow your horizon. Is that what it is?
Yeah, okay. Got it.
You shouldn't like think that you need to be friends with only those people. Like you can like branch out and like allow yourself to be friends with more people.
Yeah.
And I think like that is like important. Like you should be friends with more than just like a one group, because that's how you grow. And
Yes.
that's how you get so much different outlooks, and that you learn and you grow, and you just become like better once you know people, I guess. Not that it's like bad if you don't know people, and I'm not talking about as in like popularity knowing people, but just being able to communicate and like work with other people.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily someone who like you tell all your secrets to.
Yeah.
Like you can have surface level friends.
Yeah.
You can have talking friends. You can like and you can have best friends. Like
Yeah.
it's
I agree.
I feel like sometimes your friends do kind of dictate who you are friends with, because not in a way that like your friends shouldn't be like, oh, that person's a loser, like don't hang out with them, because that's not like a valid form of like whether you should be friends with someone or not. But I do think sometimes they do, like if someone hates one of my friends, I'm not gonna be friends with them. Like I don't want to sit at a table that my friends aren't welcome at. So like I have ended friendships over people being mean to my friends because I'm not gonna stay kiki kafaing with you and then like go talk to my friend after, like, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Like, in that way, I think that it's okay that they're like, I guess, dictating who you're friends with. But that's not really, that's like your personal choice. Like, I choose to not be friends with the people who don't like my friends.
Yeah.
But like, it's important to make sure that you aren't like making fun of people and being like, oh, I can't hang out with that person because like they are in band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's not a valid form of like telling me whether I can be friends with someone or not.
And don't create cliques.
Yeah.
Like, don't like force a clique either.
I hate forcing any feeling.
I know a clique at our school that, I mean, I guess it's not like forced, but like it's definitely a clique that stands out.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like we have like cliques, but I guess they're not just like as stereotypical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, okay, so kind of like wrapping everything up, I want to say like not in like a bragging sense, but I feel like our friend group, like I'm really grateful like for like our friend group because I feel like, you know, we are like so close to each other, and I didn't think that I mean, we literally have a podcast. Like, I mean, come on, guys. But like, I never thought that I'd be at this like stage with like you guys. You know, like I remember like I've known Lainey since like 8th grade,
It's choir.
and we were just we had choir together. That's how we met, and like we were just like there, but like we never talked outside of that class. And like I knew Bertha freshman year Spanish class, and like we never like we sat together, but like it wasn't really like super close. And then like I knew Anahi, but I wasn't really friends with you until late sophomore year. I didn't even know. And so it's just like weird to like think about like wow, like I really did like grow so much, and like everything that happened in my past has led up to what is right now.
Butterfly effect.
And I think that, like, I genuinely, like, I'm so grateful for, like, our friend group, because I feel like we allow each other to, like, not only, like, grow ourselves, but also grow our friendship, like, together. And, like, it's not, like, we have, like, I'm sure we've probably had problems, but, like, we're always willing to, like, talk to each other, and we're always willing to, like, communicate, and we want to grow with each other. You know, this isn't like a oh yeah, like we're friends, whatever, like, you know, like this is like a thing, like gotta keep this podcast going, y'all. But yeah, I guess like that's my it's my 2 cents. I don't know, I just like I don't know. I like this group. I enjoy it.
I think our group, like, to me, it just like works. Like, we all just like we're not all of the same people, obviously, but we're super similar. But we're our own people.
Yeah.
Like, but that's just like that's what makes it work. And I also feel like maybe in the future it could happen, but I currently I don't think I've ever really had a problem with anyone in our group.
I don't think we've ever really had a fight or anything, like, which I'm not saying that like you're not allowed to have a fight in a friendship. Like, you're allowed, but it's like for us, we just like we allow ourselves to be our own people, but also like we still stay super close, and like kind of what Bertha was saying, like we kind of all hang out with the same people, you know, that because that's just who like we all kind of hang out with, you know. But it's not like oh, you have to hang out with this person, or you have to, like, we all have our own separate friends aside from the friends that we have together, you know. Ani just like smiles like she wants to say something. Do you have something to say?
Good buttercup.
Well, it's not necessarily like this group, but like our other friends. Like, I remember when I was getting close to like prom, I We had like a little hiccup in our friend group, and no one was like talking. And so I was like, you better apologize because that was not okay. Like, I spoke up about it because if I didn't, I know like some of us would have broken off.
Yeah.
And it's not even like a big situation. It was just like a little comment that like some people might have taken it wrong, but like obviously the person that said it like thought it was silly, or I don't know what she thought.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to have miscommunication, but it's important to talk about it.
Yeah, and I remember that happened, and then but we figured it all out. She apologized, we were all good, and then like the next day it was like prom, and I hosted it at my house, and like I felt like we had a good time. Like we all got ready, like it was a vibe.
Yeah, it was
So,
like sorry. Sorry. Go.
It was like, I don't know, like I feel like I forgot what to say.
We don't let like little hiccups, like you said, or like little things that bother us like tear
Yeah.
our whole group apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
We
feel
don't
like that's so petty.
Yeah, we don't.
I feel like a big part of it is that we feel comfortable enough to keep each other accountable.
Yes.
Because if you're scared
Clock
to, like,
it. If you're
Accountability.
Clock
if you're
my
scared to be
crap.
like, hey, like you just did something that was really rude, like you should apologize, then your whole friend group is probably gonna crumble because none of you can
Yes.
be accountable for your actions. So
Yes.
feeling comfortable, keeping each other accountable is really important in like a long-lasting friendship and like friend group.
Sorry, my freaking chair. I'm never gonna get over this. I'm sorry, guys. We will fix it one day. I was gonna say. I was gonna say something really important. I remember. I was gonna say like, kind of like going on like, we are so close as like a group, but we're also so close to each other individually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
which I think is really good because like, yes, it's our whole group, but also like, it's also me and Bertha. It's also Bertha and Ani E, you know? It's also Ani E and Lainey, you know? It's also like, it's Lainey and like, we have our own separate connections with each other individually that I feel like grows our friendship even more
Yes.
and like builds it even more because we don't have to, you know, do everything all together as four, you
Yes.
know? We're allowed to have like conversations separately and still like be comfortable with
Yeah.
each other, you know? Like we still like fully like, I don't know, we're just
That's
good.
crazy. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
when you just brought that up, I just like realized like like
Yeah.
I have like a great relationship with all of you, and then like we had all became friends, and that was like
Yes, we have like a
That
good
would help it
relationship
work.
with each other and all together,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I think is like really important. Because if you have like, if I had a great relationship with Bertha and Ani E, but I didn't really have a good relationship with Lainey,
This
why?
wouldn't work out.
Yeah, like it would not work out. Like why would I be like in this group right now? Like it doesn't make sense, you know?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
find
Like
that interesting.
another thing with like I guess keeping like each other accountable. Like we also know how to stand up for each other.
Yes.
And like that's what had happened like before prom. Like we were standing up for the one girl against the other girl. Not that that was like a we're like
Not that it was like a
against-
fight or
yeah,
something.
like,
It was seriously, it wasn't even that big of a
But,
deal.
like,
It was just like,
we were able to recognize that like she wasn't being very nice to
yeah,
one of the girls, and we were able to help them figure it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that ultimately helped like our group. But I forgot.
Okay. Can we have an I forgot count?
I forgot a lot.
How many times can we forget? Wow.
Guys,
Wow.
I have
That's a
an
topic.
update.
Okay.
Oh, it's just about my backpack.
Oh yeah.
If you follow our Instagram and you've been seeing our videos,
And our TikTok.
I didn't
Yeah.
have a freaking kid backpack, and now I do, and you guys get to see it.
So we'll make a video about that. What's in my backpack?
You better like
Yeah.
and subscribe.
Yeah.
Like,
You
subscribe,
guys turn on your post
subscribe on
notifications.
And
Yeah.
if you can't tell, it's Sienna's birthday!
Yes, it's my birthday, guys!
The big
when we post,
17.
yep, 17, y'all. When we post this video, it won't be my birthday,
So-
but
Just say happy belated birthday.
yeah, say happy
Happy late birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess that kind of wraps up our podcast episode for this week. Finding your people.
Find your people.
And I think I found mine. I'm not gonna lie.
I think we found ours.
yeah. I
I'm
think
happy
we found
here.
our
I love you
people.
guys.
I love
I
you
may
too.
not I may not have a groom, but I have some bridesmaids.
Hey! That was good.
Can I get that on my
Yes!
I may not
Guys.
have a groom, but I have That's good.
Guys,
You're so
we
smart.
all, if y'all follow us on Instagram,
That's good. That's actually funny.
Okay, that's actually funny. Guys, if you follow our Instagram, catch us in the next few days, posting the exact same note. So follow us. Anyways, bye everyone. I'm your host Sienna,
I'm Bertha.
I'm Anaí.
I'm Lainey.
and thank you for watching the Past Our Bedtime podcast.